This is the world's first female pleasure wand. Its advent was not only sought after by countless women, but even royal family members couldn't resist it. But what did people use before this gadget was invented? Of course, it was the golden right hand. In 19th century England, many upper-class women were chronically neglected at home. Over time, they inevitably became anxious and irritable. Some distressed ladies thought they had fallen ill and many went to see doctors for treatment. To put it bluntly, this was not a disease at all. So what could the doctors do? To solve the problem, they defined it as hysteria. In those days, old doctors didn't even know what bacteria were. Patients' wound dressings were infested with maggots, yet the doctors wouldn't change them for the patients. Jack was an intern doctor. As someone who loved to learn, he was well aware that such behavior would only make the condition more severe. But the old doctors were all very stubborn in their thinking and believed that Jack was just making a fuss. In a fit of anger, they kicked him out of the clinic. Left with no choice, Jack had to seek employment elsewhere. However, most clinics could not accept his new way of thinking. Although Jack had the heart to save lives, the prerequisite was that he had to be able to support himself. After going through several places, Jack arrived at Claude's clinic. While waiting for the interview, he noticed that there were many women waiting outside. They didn't look like they were sick at all, each dressed in a wealthy or noble manner. Jack greeted them in a friendly way, but these ladies looked at him with strange eyes, thinking he had some special fetish. Soon, Claude received him. Seeing that the young man had a promising appearance and medical knowledge, he was indeed a good candidate. Claude said that his clinic only served female patients and the treatment method was a physical activity that was relatively tedious. Jack had never even heard of hysteria as a disease, but when he heard Claude say that the job provided room and board with a weekly salary of £4, he agreed without hesitation. Subsequently, Claude also introduced his daughter Lisa to Jack. Jack was overjoyed at the sight of her. A high-paying job accompanied by a beautiful woman, one could say he had reached the pinnacle right from the start. The official work introduced him to a new world. In order to demonstrate the treatment process to Jack, Claude gave him a full procedural explanation.